This is one of my favourite spots out here. Bit of a fence so I can keep the dogs out of the park side of it, and you know, this whole 2 dogs thing, I'll tell you what, it's the first time I've had 2 dogs, but it's good for them to do a little bit of travelling. So we've come out, that's what we're up to. Meanwhile, lunch is about 2 or 3 hours away, and I've got this idea that I've been busting to try. It's a perfect Shuttle Chef sort of meal. So have a look at this. It's mango chicken. Let's see how it goes. Righto. Now we just start out by getting one of the pots out of the Shuttle Chef. This is quite warm actually, because it's had the rice in it. I boiled that up when I had my coffee this morning. Okay, pot goes on. Whooshka. Being careful not to overheat it, because this Coleman Gladiator is a beast. Pumps out about 50 million BTUs or something. I don't know. Said something in the brochure like that. Right, a little bit of oil. That's about a tablespoon of ginger. I'm only guessing here. I'll probably have to, you know, adjust these as we go. But you can't go too far wrong. You can never go too far wrong with my cooking actually, because if you do, well, you just give it to the dogs. I didn't say that. Okay, here we go. Oh, chicken out of the angle. Ah, beautiful and cold. That'll be good tonight. What's happening tonight? Just the usual. See you here. All right, in goes the chicken. The old Shuttle Chef pots have got a really thick base, and that dissipates the heat beautifully, so it makes it perfect for something like this. I'm actually using it as a frying pan, and that's a fairly major difference, because otherwise you'd have to use a frying pan and then transfer it to a pot or something like that. I don't even have to cook it all the way through. I've just got to get it going. Just chop up some red capsicum. You know, I've had dogs most of my life. Been some big gaps between them. They tend to become your best mates. Jacko was around for what, 7 years? It was years before that my last dog died. He was 19. And my first dog, well, he was a blue heeler, and wow, he was about as loyal as they come. And now I've got 2 dogs, and it's a whole different ball game. It really is. I mean, these guys they're company for each other, and I suppose because of that, I'm not treating them the way I used to treat my other dogs. I mean, for the first 3 months that I knew the handbrake, she really got sick of my old dog sleeping in the bed with me. Actually, I think what she got sick of was sleeping on the couch, because the dog was in the bed. But hey, he'd been with me a long time, you know what I'm saying? And I guess they get so close to you. You know, Jack used to come inside, he had the run of the place. These guys come inside every now and then, but most of the time they just want to go outside and play together. It's a whole different dynamic, it really is. I guess it's the difference between having, you know, 1 kid and 3 or 2 or 4. I don't know. It's a good experience, but it's good to bring them out here. It gives all of us a chance to kind of get a little bit of travelling practice, because I am hoping to take one or both of them travelling. We had a fairly big breakfast this morning, and we shared it with the dogs, and look at them, having a bit of a snooze. But they'll be right, they'll be ready to rock and roll soon, which is a good thing. There we go. Nice bright red capsicum. You know, capsicum's funny stuff. I mean, I know it's good for you and all that. I can't really taste it, but it does absorb the other flavours, and it does look really good. Maybe that's why we use it. Maybe I should start sprinkling bits of capsicum all over Milo, you know? Make her look really good too. Did well coming here though, didn't it, fellas, eh? It's funny having two dogs in the truck. Jack used to entertain himself. These guys, they spend most of the time looking at each other to see what they should be doing. I'm not in a bushfire here, by the way. Campfire's still over there. It's got a little shady after breakfast, so it's kicking up a bit of smoke, but that's all right. Lets me know I'm alive and lets me know I'm in the bush. Can't beat that, can you really? And that's something different too, you know. Jack never would have lain down here when there was a fire going with sparks over there. He would have been over there jumping over the top of it and chasing the smoke and all that kind of stuff. And these two guys, well, when they go and have a play, it'll be for them. It's amazing, it really is. I always used to have trouble with Jack when he was a puppy, you know, running out of our place. If someone left a gate open, he'd be off. If there's a tucker van up the road, or, you know, somebody's having lunch or something else, he'd be up there sharing their tucker. But these guys, you leave the gate open and they look at it like, we're not going out there. It's too much fun here. Fair enough. I told the handbrake that once, but she reckons she still like to go out occasionally. You know what they're like. Okay, maybe you don't. You lucky guy. I never said that. I never said that. Take it back. Take it back. Right. Here's my tricky ingredient. If I'd been up near Bowen, I just could have plucked a few off a tree. But this is just sliced mango. I've drained it. In she goes. I'm just chopping it up with this really blunt spoon here because I can. Spread the love, get a bit of mango in there. I'm going to put some sultanas. Don't believe what it says on the packet. Organic sultanas. Oh, I thought you meant the ones we cultured in pearl shells. Or maybe the ones that grew, you know, just underneath the seat. I don't think so. These are sultanas. They're called grapes. Organic sultanas. Sounds like the sort of thing some greenie would come up with. That smoke's good, eh? Love it. What do you reckon, guys? That's something else. They're just not bothered by smoke. One dog on his own would be. Strange. I know I've got a lot of mates out there with more than one dog, and yeah, if you got any tips for me, you know, let me know. I'll tell you what, they eat twice the dog food, that's for sure. And I'm kind of thinking it's a good thing there's a pack order here. The blue dog is the boss. He's a little bit older, he's a lot more solid, possibly a bit more stupid. Typical boss, eh? Okay, now, just before I bung in some coconut cream, I'm just going to put a little bit of vinegar in. Why is that? Because I've got a really good feeling that that mango is just going to be a little bit too sweet. Chicken can be sweetened up really easy, you know. And it even smells right. I can smell it and it's right. It needed just a bit of cider vinegar. Okay. This is coconut cream. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's getting good. It's getting good. Needs a little bit of salt. Not too much. That's that fancy pink Himalayan rock salt there. Actually, if it spends much longer in Milo, it might turn into that, eh? This is a kid-friendly meal, because we got some kids with us today, and I'm just wondering if they're going to enjoy it at lunchtime. I think they will. But I'm keeping the chili out of it, just to make sure. I'm tempted though. Boy, I'm tempted, I'll tell you what. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, now that that is bubbling away, it really needs a little bit longer to cook, doesn't it? About 2 hours in the Shuttle Chef. Gas-free cooking at its best. You know, when I'm not doing this for fun, when I'm doing it for work, which is still fun, but it's not as much fun as when you do it for fun. You know what I mean? I always carried the Shuttle Chef. I used to cook things for myself and for the crew in the morning, you know, if I had time, and it would rattle around in the truck, and then we'd whack it out at lunchtime if we had the time, which wasn't all the time, I can tell you. But you can tell from the wear and tear. It's been pretty much everywhere, and on a day like this, when now I can just go and muck off and play with the dogs for a couple of hours until, you know, the handbrake gets here about lunchtime, that is absolutely perfect, because she's going to get here, the rice is done, the meal's cooked, it's all just about the right temperature. Hopefully she'll love me even more than she does now. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. It's alright, at least the dogs do. Come on fellas, come on. Okay, well here they come. I reckon I might just give it a bit of a, you know, test taste before I feed it to anyone, except you, dog. Righto. That is still hot, 3 hours later, really hot. And the rice, that went in there this morning, and it's hot. Cool. And it's cooked perfectly. This is brown rice, because this is what the handbrake likes. You know, she reckons it makes her healthy. Here we go. I'll leave that out, she'll be here in a minute. And better give it a good stir. Plop some in like that. There we go. So easy. You can see the strands of mango. Get a load of that. How good's that? Alright. While they walk up the track here, I'll just knock this off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That works so good it's not funny. Now you can play with this. One thing you could do is to add some chilli. If I had a bit of chicken salt today, I would have put some chicken salt in too.